Let me ask you a question that crosses the minds of countless men, yet very few ever feel comfortable asking. What really happens if you ejaculate every single day? Does it benefit your health, or could it quietly create problems over time? Can it improve your mood and performance, or might it slowly reduce your energy without you even noticing? If you've ever found yourself wondering about this, you're certainly not alone. It's one of the most common questions I hear from patients in my clinic. Unfortunately, it's also surrounded by myths, conflicting opinions, and unnecessary embarrassment. Many men simply don't know what to believe. I'm Dr. Leah, a board-certified urologist with more than 12 years of experience helping men improve their sexual health, prostate health, and overall quality of life. Throughout my career, I've learned that the questions men ask in private are often the ones that matter most. That's exactly why we're having this conversation today. In this video, I'll walk you through 5 surprising benefits that daily ejaculation may offer, along with 5 important drawbacks every man should understand. More importantly, I'll explain how to recognize what works best for your own body, lifestyle, and long-term health. By the end of this video, you'll have a balanced, evidence-informed understanding of this topic, without relying on myths, fear, or misinformation. Before we get started, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me where you're watching from. I always enjoy seeing viewers from different countries join our growing community. And if you're interested in honest, practical advice about men's health, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Every week, I share medically informed guidance designed to help men stay healthier, stronger, and more confident as they age. Now, let's begin by clearing up the biggest misconception of all. There isn't one simple answer that applies to every man. Ejaculating every day is not automatically healthy, and it isn't automatically harmful either. The real answer depends on your body, your habits, your overall health, and the reason you're doing it. Understanding that difference is the key to making the right decision for yourself. Every man responds differently. Some notice that daily ejaculation helps them feel more relaxed, sleep more soundly, and maintain a positive mood throughout the day. Others find that if it becomes too frequent or turns into a routine without purpose, they begin feeling mentally drained, less motivated, or less interested in intimacy. That's why this conversation isn't about labeling daily ejaculation as good or bad. It's about understanding how it affects your body. If you've ever felt confused by the mixed opinions surrounding this topic, don't blame yourself. Most men were never taught how sexual health actually works. Instead, they grew up hearing myths, internet advice, or opinions that often lacked any medical foundation. After more than 12 years of treating men with concerns ranging from prostate problems to sexual function, I've realized that good health starts with good information. My goal isn't to tell you what choices to make. It's to explain what's happening inside your body so you can make decisions based on knowledge rather than fear. Think of today's discussion as a conversation between a doctor and a friend. I'll explain the science in a simple, practical way that anyone can understand. So let's begin with the first 5 benefits many men may experience from daily ejaculation when it's part of a healthy lifestyle. Benefit 1, it can support a better mood and help reduce stress. Have you ever noticed feeling calmer or more at ease after ejaculation? That's because your brain releases several important chemicals during orgasm. These include dopamine, which is linked to pleasure and motivation, oxytocin, which encourages feelings of relaxation and emotional connection, serotonin, which helps regulate mood, and endorphins, your body's natural feel-good chemicals. Together, these natural substances help your nervous system shift into a more relaxed state. For many men, this can reduce everyday stress, improve emotional well-being, and make it easier to handle the pressures of daily life. While it's certainly not a cure for anxiety or depression, it can be one healthy part of an overall balanced lifestyle. The emotional benefits are only part of the picture. Another reason many men report feeling better after ejaculation has to do with what happens once the body begins to relax. Benefit 2, it may help you sleep more soundly. If you've ever felt sleepy after sex or masturbation, there's a scientific reason behind it. Following orgasm, your body releases hormones that encourage relaxation, including prolactin, along with the calming effects of oxytocin and endorphins. Together, they help quiet the nervous system and prepare the body for rest. For men who occasionally struggle to fall asleep because of stress or an overactive mind, this natural hormonal response may make it easier to drift off and enjoy deeper, more restorative sleep. Better sleep doesn't just help you feel rested, it also supports memory, concentration, immune function, and your overall health. Benefit 3, it can promote healthy blood flow. Many people think ejaculation only affects the reproductive system, but the truth is that the entire body becomes involved during sexual arousal. As arousal builds, your heart pumps faster, blood vessels widen, and circulation increases throughout the body. This temporary boost in blood flow delivers oxygen and nutrients to tissues while helping keep the blood vessels active and responsive. For many men, maintaining healthy circulation is especially important as they get older. Good blood flow supports erectile function, cardiovascular health, and the delivery of oxygen to muscles and organs. While ejaculation should never replace regular exercise or healthy living, it may contribute to maintaining normal vascular function as part of an overall healthy lifestyle. These first two benefits are well known by many men, but the next one has received significant attention from researchers because it involves one of the biggest health concerns men face as they age, protecting the prostate. Benefit 4, it may support long-term prostate health. One of the most talked about findings in men's health comes from research that examined whether ejaculation frequency has any relationship with prostate health. In one large long-term study, researchers observed that men who ejaculated more frequently appeared to have a lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who ejaculated less often. Why might that happen? While scientists are still studying the exact reasons, one leading theory is that regular ejaculation helps clear prostatic fluid, along with old cells and inflammatory substances that naturally build up over time. Although this doesn't guarantee protection, it suggests that regular sexual activity may play a supportive role in maintaining a healthy prostate. It's important to remember, however, that ejaculation is never a replacement for routine prostate screenings or regular medical checkups. It should be viewed as one piece of a much larger picture that includes proper nutrition, physical activity, quality sleep, and preventive health care. Benefit 5, it may help support your immune system. Here's one benefit that often surprises people. Research has suggested that sexual activity and orgasm may temporarily increase levels of immunoglobulin A, commonly called IgA. This antibody forms part of your body's first line of defense against viruses and bacteria. At the same time, the reduction in stress hormones that follows orgasm may also support normal immune function. Since long-term stress is known to weaken the immune system, anything that safely helps lower stress may contribute to better overall health. Taken together, these effects remind us that sexual health isn't separate from the rest of the body. It interacts with your mental well-being, cardiovascular system, hormones, sleep, and even your immune defenses. However, as encouraging as these benefits may sound, there's another side to this discussion that every man should understand. Daily ejaculation isn't the right choice for everyone. In some situations, it may actually create problems rather than solve them. Let's begin with the first drawback, one that often develops so gradually that many men don't recognize it until it starts affecting other areas of their lives. Drawback 1, it can become a compulsive habit. One of the biggest differences every man should understand is the difference between a healthy choice and a habit that begins to control you. If you choose to ejaculate each day because it fits your lifestyle, helps you relax, or strengthens intimacy with your partner, that's very different from feeling like you have no control over the urge. Over time, some men begin reaching for sexual release whenever they feel stressed, bored, anxious, or lonely. Without realizing it, the brain starts connecting every uncomfortable emotion with one solution. Eventually, the habit stops being intentional and becomes automatic. When that happens, it can affect far more than your sexual health. Concentration may suffer, productivity may decline, and relationships can begin to feel neglected. Instead of improving your quality of life, the habit quietly starts taking away from it. A simple question I often encourage my patients to ask themselves is this: am I making this decision, or has this routine started making the decision for me? Your answer can reveal far more than you might expect. Drawback 2. Using ejaculation to escape your emotions. Life brings challenges to every man. Stress at work, financial pressure, loneliness, disappointment, or even simple boredom are experiences we all face from time to time. Sexual release can certainly provide temporary relief, but when it becomes your primary way of coping with difficult emotions, it may prevent you from addressing the real issue underneath. Instead of solving the problem, you're simply creating a brief distraction from it. Once that feeling fades, the stress is often still waiting for you. Healthier coping strategies such as regular exercise, meaningful conversations, spending time with loved ones, meditation, or speaking with a mental health professional can provide longer-lasting benefits. Ejaculation can absolutely be part of a healthy lifestyle, but it shouldn't become the only tool you rely on whenever life becomes difficult. The next drawback becomes especially important for men who are hoping to start or grow their families, because frequency can directly influence fertility. Drawback 3. It may temporarily reduce sperm count when you're trying to conceive. For many men, this isn't something they need to think about, but if you and your partner are actively trying to have a baby, ejaculation frequency deserves a little more attention. Your body produces sperm continuously, but it also needs time to replenish healthy sperm levels. When ejaculation happens every day, sperm concentration may temporarily decrease, which can reduce the number of sperm available with each ejaculation. That doesn't mean daily ejaculation causes infertility. It simply means that timing matters. Many fertility specialists recommend allowing 1 to 3 days between ejaculations during your partner's fertile window to help maximize sperm concentration. If starting a family is one of your goals, adjusting your routine for a short period may improve your chances without requiring major lifestyle changes. Drawback 4. It can reduce sensitivity and sexual desire. Another issue I occasionally see is what happens when the brain and body become too accustomed to the same routine. When ejaculation occurs every day in exactly the same way, especially if it's rushed or paired with constant visual stimulation, your brain can gradually adapt to that level of reward. As a result, what once felt exciting may begin to feel ordinary. Some men notice they need stronger stimulation to achieve the same level of satisfaction. Others find that spontaneous desire becomes less frequent, or that intimacy with a partner doesn't feel as exciting as it once did. The good news is that this effect is often reversible. Taking a short break, slowing things down, or changing long-standing habits may allow your brain and nervous system to become more responsive again. Now we come to the final drawback, one that doesn't receive nearly enough attention because it has less to do with how often you ejaculate and more to do with how you do it. Over time, this habit can quietly affect both confidence and sexual performance. Drawback 5. Rushing the experience can affect sexual performance. The final drawback isn't really about how often you ejaculate. It's about the habits you build along the way. Many men develop the habit of rushing because they're trying to finish as quickly as possible. Whether it's due to lack of privacy, stress, or simply years of repetition, the body gradually learns to respond to speed instead of control. Over time, this pattern can make it more difficult to relax during intimacy with a partner. Some men notice they climax sooner than they'd like, while others begin feeling anxious about their performance. It's not because something is wrong with their body. It's because the nervous system has been trained to react the same way over and over again. Fortunately, habits can be changed. Slowing down, paying attention to your breathing, and focusing on relaxation rather than racing toward orgasm can help retrain your body's natural response. Some men also benefit from techniques that encourage greater control, allowing them to enjoy intimacy without feeling rushed. So what should you take away from everything we've discussed today? Daily ejaculation is neither a miracle cure nor something every man should avoid. Its effects depend on your overall health, your goals, your lifestyle, and the habits that surround it. Ask yourself a few simple questions. Are you doing it because it genuinely helps you feel relaxed and balanced, or has it become an automatic routine? Afterward, do you feel refreshed and energized, or tired, unmotivated, or emotionally flat? If you're trying to conceive, does your current routine support that goal? Your answers will tell you far more than any rule you read online. Here are a few practical recommendations. Pay attention to how your body responds over time. Notice changes in your energy, mood, sleep, and sexual desire. Don't be afraid to experiment with your routine. Some men feel their best with daily ejaculation, while others notice greater benefits by allowing a day or two between sessions. Remember that sexual health is only one part of overall wellness. Regular exercise, quality sleep, healthy nutrition, stress management, and meaningful relationships all play an equally important role. And if you ever experience persistent pain, changes in erections, urinary problems, or concerns about your prostate, don't ignore them. Those symptoms deserve a proper medical evaluation. If you've ever felt embarrassed to ask these questions, I want you to know you're not alone. Understanding your sexual health isn't something to be ashamed of. It's an important part of understanding your overall health. No matter your age, your body continues to adapt. With the right habits and good information, you can support your health, maintain your confidence, and continue enjoying a fulfilling life for years to come. If you found today's video helpful, I'd appreciate it if you subscribed and turned on the notification bell for more evidence-informed men's health videos every week. I'd also love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below and let me know about your experience or any questions you'd like me to cover in a future video. Thank you for watching. I'm Dr. Leah, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take good care of yourself because your health is one of your greatest investments.